As we have seen in the introduction, queues can be implemented either using arrays or using linked lists. So in this topic, we are going to see how the queues can be implemented using linked list, making use of pointer variables. As we have seen in the implementation using arrays, the size of the array has to be declared initially. That means we have to make a static declaration of the size of the array, and there is a limit for the number of values to be stored in the queue. But using linked list implementation of queue, we can have unlimited number of values and we can have dynamic size of data as and when required. In the linked list implementation of queue, we make use of a node structure which is consisting of two parts. One is the data part and the other is the link part. The two pointers maintained in the memory will be consisting of the friend pointer, which contains the starting element of the queue, and the rear pointer, which consists of the address of the last element in the queue. Now we will see the two basic operations on the linked list implementation of queue, that is the insertion and deletion. Insertion is performed at the rear end and deletion is usually performed at the front end. When the queue is empty, both the front and the rear pointer will be equal to none. Unlike in the array implementation of the queue, in the linked list implementation of queue, during insertion or enqueuing of the new element, we need not check whether the queue is full. So during insertion, we are creating a new node and it is appended at the rear end of the existing list. Then the rear pointer is updated with the address of the newly inserted node. During deletion, we have to check whether the queue is empty. If not, the value of the node to be deleted, which is at the front end of the list, is copied into a variable to be displayed as the number deleted, and then advance the front pointer and free the storage of the deleted node. Now we will see the steps for inserting an element into a queue. First, create a new node with the value to be inserted and set the new node next to null. Now check whether the queue is empty. The condition to check is given as if front and rear pointer is pointing to null, then the queue is empty. If the queue is empty, then the new node will be the first node of the queue. Then set both the front and the rear pointer point to the new node. If the queue is not empty, then the new node will be inserted at the rear end of the existing queue. Then for that, the rear next pointer will be pointed to the new node and make rear pointer point to the new node. Now we will see the steps for deleting an element at the front end of a queue. First, we will check whether the queue is empty by the condition if front pointer is equal to null, then the queue is empty. Display the message and then return. If the queue is not empty, then define a node pointer called temp and set it to the address of the current front pointer. Now forward the front pointer to point to the front next. Now deallocate the memory of the deleted node using free temp. Now let us see the steps for traversing through the elements of a linked queue using a display function. First, check whether the queue is empty by the condition if front pointer is equal to null, then the queue is empty. Display the message and return the control. If it is not empty, Then define a node pointer called temp and let it point to the address of the friend node. Display the data at the current friend node and then move the temp node to point to the next node using temp equal to temp next until temp next is not equal to none. Thus, all the values in the queue can be traversed and displayed using the display function. Moving on to the next category of queue known as deck. A deck or a double-ended queue is a queue in which elements can be enqueued and dequeued on both the ends. A deck can be implemented using a linear array and two pointers, the front and the rear pointer. The condition for the deck to be empty is given as the front and the rear pointer equal to -1. A deck is also referred to as head-tail linked list. As you can see in the example, for a deck, both insertion and deletion operation can be performed at both the front and the rear end. Insertion of a deck. When a deck is empty, both the front and rear is pointing to -1. When we insert the first element, both the front and the rear pointer would point to the first element. When we insert the second element at the beginning, then shift the element at the beginning by one place and then increment the rear pointer towards the second element. Now, if you try to insert an element at the end, then increment the rear pointer alone. If you try to insert an element at the front end or at the beginning, then shift all the elements by one place and then insert the element at the beginning and then rear pointer is incremented. In the example given below, an empty deck represented by front and the rear equal to -1 is given and the elements 39 is added in the beginning and 12 is added at the end, 40 is added at the beginning and 7 is added at the end. So try to work out what will be the output. So the order of elements inserted will be as 39 is inserted at the beginning, 39 will be inserted at the first position and then 12 will be inserted at the second position. Then as we have 40 inserted at the beginning, 39 and 12 will be shifted one place and then 40 will be inserted. Then in the next, if you insert 7 at the end, 7 will be inserted at the end of the queue or at the rear end and the rear pointer will be incremented. Deletion in a deck can be performed at both the front and rear end. If deletion is operated at the front end, then the element is deleted and the front pointer is incremented. If deletion is done at the rear end, then the element is deleted and the rear pointer is decremented. Deletion of deck example. In the given example of deck with the elements, if you perform the following operations: delete at the beginning, delete at the end, followed by delete at the end, delete at the beginning and one more delete at the beginning, which all elements will be left out in the deck. Deck or a double-ended queue has two variations: an input restricted deck in which insertion is allowed only at one end, but deletion is allowed at both the end of the list. An output restricted deck in which deletion is allowed only at one end, while insertion is allowed at both the ends. As can be seen in the example, in input restricted deck, deletion can be performed at both the front and the rear end, but insertion can be performed only at the rear end. While in output restricted deck, insertion can be performed both at the front and the rear end, while deletion can be performed only at the front end. Now we will see the next category of queue known as a priority queue. Priority queue is a queue in which each element is assigned a priority number and are dequeued in the order of their priority. Elements of higher priority are processed or dequeued before the elements of lower priority. A lower integer is usually assigned to indicate an element of higher priority. If two elements are having the same priority in the queue, then they are processed in the order of their arrival time. Suppose in this example of priority queue, a list of assignments with the priority assigned to for each of the subject assignment is given below, in which smallest integer of priority shows that it is having the highest priority. So the assignment completed which the students will be completing first will be the assignment having the highest priority, which is indicated by the smallest number 1. So data structure will be the assignment which will be completed first, followed by the psychology assignment, and then journalism, and then the language assignment. Another example for the priority queue can be the programs waiting to be executed in a time sharing system. Programs of higher priority will be processed first. Programs of the same priority waiting in the queue will be executed in the order of first in, first out. Priority queue can be implemented using either one way or a single linked list, or using multiple queues using two-dimensional array. In the linked list representation of the priority queue, each node of the list contains 3 data, the information field, a priority number, and a link number. In the following example, we can see that process P2 is having the highest priority, followed by the process P3, and then followed by process P1. The order of the linked list determines the priority of the processes. The order of the linked list shows the order of the priority queue. If in the linked list, the node P0 precedes the node P2, that means either P0 is having higher priority than P2, or if both P0 and P2 is having the same priority, then P0 has arrived before the process P2. In this example, both P0 and P2 are having the higher priority, which is indicated by 1. But when we create the linked list representation of the priority queue, P0 will be inserted into the first node followed by P2, because even though P0 and P2 are having the same priority, P0 came first than the process P2. Then comes the next process P1, which is having the priority P2, and then comes a process P3, which is having the priority 3. Array representation of priority queue use separate queue for each level of priority. So priority 1 will be having a queue, priority 2 will be having a separate queue, and priority 3 will be having a separate queue. So all the processes which are having the same priority 1 will be queued up in the same queue. Implementation can be done using a two-dimensional array queue and 2 pointers, front and the rear. Application of queues. queue data structure is preferred over the stack data structure when there is no immediate processing required, but the processing has to be done in the order first in, first out. Real-world applications include the queue of customers waiting for the payment to be done in a store, or the queue of for checkout of a book at a bookstore, or the queue in front of an ATM, or it can also be the queue of request for the airline reservation. In computer science application, the lines of a particular document are printed in the order of the keys pressed from the keyboard. If a printer is shared between different computers, the computer which trigger the print request first will be served first. And also queues can be used in the recognition of palindromes. Like a printer, CPU or the processor and the memory is also a shared resource between the programs executed, which also follows the first in, first out scheme.